Hello, my name is Rekutsko, and welcome back to the Duenkhy. I said it right. Oh my god, I said it right. Welcome back to the Duenkhy. That is exactly how you say the name of this freaking game. I totally was not thinking that I was gonna get that. You have no idea how happy I actually am on getting that right. The Duenkhy. The Duenkhy. The Duenkhy. Okay, I'm done with that. It's almost eerie, in a way, at my old neighborhood. I was used to kids playing outside, people shouting, young adults having parties in their backyards. There's been none of that here. Tor came out one evening to mow his lawn, but that's the noisiest it's gotten since I've gotten here. So when I approached Cassius's house on the other side of the cul-de-sac, it's almost a relief to hear the distant sound of guitar. Finally, a sign of life. Peace and quiet is nice in moderation, but too much gets suffocating. Lady has said before that most of the residents of this area live alone. Something about this neighborhood attracts loners, it seems. There's 2 cars parked in Cassius's driveway. Either he's well off, or there's someone else living with him. I'm gonna go ahead and guess that there's somebody living with him. I walk up to the driveway and notice that the sound of guitar is coming from the halfway open garage door. I stand in front of it and clear my throat. Cassius? The sound of guitar stops. Huh? Is someone calling me? He sounds startled by the prospect, as if some malicious entity were about to strike. I try to soften my tone so as not to scare him any further. After all, he probably doesn't recognize my voice. Yeah, it's me, Rekutsko, from the store. Are you in here? Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Hang on a second. The garage opens up the rest of the way. Cassius emerges from the darkness, twiddling his fingers rapidly. Onwards. Hi. Hello. Sorry about that. It's fine. I'm sorry for interrupting you. Are you busy right now? No, not at all. I was just messing around with an idea. It wasn't really going anywhere anyway. In fact, I think I accidentally ripped the chord progression off from another song. Oh well. Can you play any sick jokes on guitar? What does that even mean? All songs are rip-offs anyway. Thought it sounded These are all terrible choices and I don't want to choose anything. Can you play any sick jokes on guitar? What the fuck is that? All songs are ripped. Oh! Huh? Do you really think... No, I didn't mean to... No, I just wanted to sound cool. Oh! You don't need to worry about that with me. I kind of like that decision, so I guess I'm glad that I chose it. Personally, I'm about as cool and deep as a kiddie pool on a hot summer's day. Yeah, I feel that. Anyway, come in if you want. Sit wherever you like. Oh, it's very drawn in here. I feel like everything is just super sketched. Super sketchy. It's just a very sketchy okay, that's enough with the puns, I'm sorry. I realize that this is not a completely done game, so I understand that there's going to be some points where it's not drawn out. Once I step in, I can see why the cars are parked outside. It's because the garage is completely sketched. The garage has been converted into a bedroom. The floor is still typical gray cement, and the walls are white and worn, but a rug and some posters help to make space feel more homey. I see myself in one of the beanbags lying around. He has a keyboard, but he's a keyboard. I wonder if that's weird for him. Anyways, I see myself in one of the beanbags lying around, and Cassius returns to one, that has an acoustic guitar lying next to it. Cool beans. I assume you're here for those piano lessons I offered, or is it something else? No, that's right, if you've got time for it today anyway. I was actually going to ask what kind of payment you want for these arrangements, and what days will be best for you. I don't have a job right now, but I have some savings, so I can compensate you for today. Huh? Payment? No. I couldn't ask for that. I offered lessons in return for everything you did for me at the store, remember? I know, but that seems like an awful lot to offer for something so small. All I did was buy you a cheap magazine. You did more than that. Please, at least for today, consider this lesson free. And give it as a trial run if you prefer. That way, if it turns out you don't really like playing the piano, you don't have to keep coming back against your will. Okay, I guess. I do hope you like playing the piano, though. I like it. I mean, you are a piano, so I don't see why you wouldn't. Well, if you say so, that's okay with me. And I'm pretty sure I'll enjoy it. I'll bet you're really good at it since you've got your guitar playing just now. That was a terrible rendition of what he said. Do you really think so? Thank you. I've mostly taught myself everything I know, so it's hard for me to gauge whether or not I'm actually decent. I mean, once again, you're a keyboard. You should know where notes are. I'm pretty sure you're fine. I'm no musician myself, but most people who listen to music aren't either, and it sounded really good to me. I think you'll be fine. That's a good point. He's so animated, I'm getting tired just looking at him. It's like he can't decide what to do with his posture. He's constantly repositioning himself. Very true. The way he talks gives off some similar impression. His words have this jerky, uncertain pacing, almost in a way that makes them sound like questions. I'm glad that I'm actually doing that right. He strikes me as someone who's extremely unsure of themselves. I recognize it in a tightness and small movements in his muscles, because I often carried myself the same way when I was in school. I felt more inclined to be outgoing ever since moving here, but I think shyness will always be a part of my personality. Not the best. Definitely not the best. If you decide to take up regular lessons... evenings are best for me, because I usually have school. Friday through Sunday is also free for me. School? Huh. If you don't mind me asking, Cassius, how old are you? I'm 18. I've already graduated high school, so I'm enrolled in a local college right now. I look younger, don't I? Well, he's certainly on the small side, but it's difficult to guess an age for someone with no face. No, it's not right, he has a face. It's just not the kind of face I'm used to looking at. I think it's my 2 octaves. They make me look smaller. If only I could have been more like my mom. She is a really high-end synthesizer. It's very attractive. Oh my god, dude, I can't. That's so amazing. Oh. This is a topic I don't know how to talk about if I ever heard one. I try to nod as sympathetically as I can without... How can he see you, though? Don't even get me started on Piano Papa. Oh, no. Oh, God, I can't with this right now. Oops, sorry, I'm rambling, aren't I? We should start the lesson now. Sounds good. Where should I... Sit at this keyboard right over here if you don't mind, I mean. I follow him over to a fairly standard-looking keyboard, standing in the back of the room. I sit on the stool in front of it, though for some reason I feel scared to touch the keys. It strikes me as awfully macabre for someone with a keyboard for a head to own a keyboard. Wouldn't that be like a human keeping around a human skull to play it? I don't think it works like that, but I mean, that's kind of what I was getting at before. And again, I guess object heads and actual objects are completely separate from each other. I don't know where object head people come from exactly, but I don't think they're manufactured or anything. Jeez, did they give birth? I can't fathom how weird and painful that would be. How do the pianos grow? Come on, don't be afraid. It doesn't bite. What does it keep his cord? I know. God, I have so many questions. I just wanna know. I just wanna know these things. You haven't been around object heads very much, have you? Huh? I can tell from the way you're staring at it. You're thinking that it's weird for me to own a keyboard, aren't you? How did you... You'd be surprised how many times I've gotten questions about it. I thought for sure I'd be more understood in an all Duenkhy community. I was so almost gonna see the other thing. Okay. I'm really sorry. I didn't mean any offense. There's, not many object heads where I come from. Or none. Same difference. It's okay. I guess we're not all that common. I think I unwittingly offended him. I feel bad, but I don't know what I should say to amend the situation or make him feel better. I don't know Cassius well enough to guess what would work on him. It's okay, I'm uncommon too. That's kind of a lie. Humans are all over the dang place, but come to think of it, I think you're the first skull face I've ever seen in person. There's a really famous one who's an actor on TV, though. They're really dazzling. Are you related to them? You're pretty dazzling. Oh, that's so sweet. He knows pickup lines. Back to music stuff. Oh shit, that's not him talking. Back to music stuff. I gesture towards his keyboard. And not the one on his head. Wait, if he's got a head on top, does that mean he's got a head? Never mind, stop. So, the first thing you should master before playing the piano is that you need to have good posture. You can't play well if your body isn't in the right position. Luckily, you're not too much taller than me, so I think my stool's height should be fine for you. I wiggle a bit in the seat. I'm quite comfortable for a stool. I'm quite comfortable for a stool. You know, me being a stool and all. But I suppose if he was to play from the spot for any length of time, it's important for him to have a nice spot to sit. Rest your feet flat on the floor. No ballerina toes or wriggly legs. No spaghetti nonsense. Your back should be straight. Your arms should be parallel to the ground. That's right, you've got it. He touches my shoulders gently. It makes me jump a bit. But he jumps in response, as if he's just touched a flame. Sorry, shoulders, not so tight? Relax if you can. No spots of tension. If you feel your instrument, it'll come across in the music. The songs you play will sound tense. And, not in a good dramatic way. In an awkward, clenched way. Clenched is a gross word to use. Sorry. You don't need to apologize so much. Your instructions are good. Oh, thank you. Also, your fingers should be arched in a certain way. Make sure you never have flat fingers. Let them bend and flex. No, not quite so extreme. Ow. How are you bending your fingers like that? Here, like this. He takes each of my individual fingers and meticulously positions them to his liking. I get the idea that after the first hand, but he goes to all the trouble of positioning my second hand for me too. I don't have the heart to tell him that it's unnecessary. His hands are surprisingly rough for such a small, slender thing. Aw, the skin is so callous and even broken in many places. It looks painful, but he gives no indication that it bothers him. It's probably normal to him. Well, it's from guitar, like, that's kind of what happens with guitar fingers. Here you go. This is how you handle your keyboard from now on. You've got that? Oh, I know how to handle a keyboard now, so just you wait, sir. I think so. I just have to pretend my hands are resting on imaginary baseballs. That's right. Good thinking. Keep those balls in mind. Keep the balls in mind. I want to keep your... Oh my god. Just fucking stop with these ridiculous innuendos, please. No, I'm just starting to learn. I'm just learning how to sit here. I haven't even played a single note. But if learning an instrument just means having a nice posture, I'll be famous in no time. Let's go over a really basic song, just so you can get a feel of coordinating finger movements. For beginners, sometimes it's difficult to control each finger as an individual rather than the entire hand as a whole. Tell me about it. Remember, your fingers each have a life of their own. They are strong and independent. Strong and independent women! That's one way of looking at it. I guess. So, this key right here is the middle C. You'll want to know that because... He gradually relaxes and grows in confidence as the lesson goes on. If I didn't already know that he was interested in music, I'd know now for sure. His passion for the subject shines through in the way he talks about it. He speaks of chords, scales, and compositions with the same fondness that one might exude, what the fuck, while describing their lover. There's a bit of respect, a bit of awe, and a whole bunch of enthusiasm. Listening to him prattle on happily makes me feel more passionate about music too. He almost seems to take on a professional persona, and that's such a stark contrast to this frightened, stuttering boy that I met at the grocery store. Sorry, I got a little off topic there, but do you follow so far? I do. For the most part. You might have to remind me of some of that later on, though. It's fine. Don't be scared to admit when you're confused, okay? I've never taught an instrument to anyone before, so I might make inaccurate assumptions about what you already know. I'll keep that in mind. So, show me how to play some gorgeous Marietta Little Lamb. Don't be silly. We'll have you belting beautiful 12-page long classics by the end of the day. Just kidding, by the way. That's probably impossible. Sorry. I figured as much. Aww. We work our way through some short, simple tunes over the course of maybe half an hour. It's so interesting that I feel like we've only just barely started. But Cassius insists that it's important to take breaks and not overexert yourself, especially when you're first starting out. He has me stand up to do a bunch of arm and wrist stretches to prevent muscle damage and nerve damage, he says. I'll have to remember these stretches for the future. That was a good session. You're a fast learner. I can't wait until we can start getting into the more advanced stuff. If you want to anyway. I mean, we could get into some advanced stuff right now, you know what I'm talking... Okay, absolutely. Just give me time to find a job and get some income, okay? I don't want to take up your time without repaying you for all your hard work. Only if you insist, but I'd be happy to teach you anytime I'm free. I mean, we could... Oh my god, please. I enjoy the company. I'm enjoying the company right now, too. He clenches his fist and morphs back into his side shell. While I hate to see him speaking as if he's in a permanent state of second-guessing himself, I'm glad I got to see a new side of him, even if just for a moment. Through a brief duration of the lesson, I was allowed a glimpse into his world, saw a bit of his true nature. That's how it feels to me, anyway. Speaking of your schedule, do you mind if I ask what classes you're taking right now? I've been thinking about eventually enrolling at college here myself, but I haven't looked into it all yet. I don't even know what to major in. Most of it's just a general education, but I'm planning on, well, I'm hoping to major in something music-related. Big surprise, huh? This semester I'm taking college algebra, English, history, speech, and guitar. Good speech! The way he trips over the word speech gives me the impression that he isn't fond of said class. He also probably needs it. I'm having trouble picturing him standing in front of an audience without shaking like a leaf. At least he wouldn't have to worry about making eye contact. I mean, he's gotta have something to look through, right? Despite how shy he is, though, there's something compelling about Cassius. I'd like to get to know him better. He knows guitar. I'd want to know more about his speech. Go, just ask him about the guitar. So what's guitar like? I bet you're really acting. I bet you're really acing that class. What? Oh, no. I'm really not that great at guitar. It's hard for me to see what frets my fingers on, so I fumble a lot. I have to practice more so I can play just by touch. Rather than be thrown off by his optical impairment, he seems to be all the more determined to overcome the difficulty and master the instrument. I really admire that. When it comes to hobbies, it's easy for me to get scared off if something seems too difficult for me, which is maybe why I don't have too many hobbies. Well, that's neat. Sounds like you've been busy semester. Sounds like you've got a busy semester. I'm sure you're doing great at everything, though. Oh, no, not at all. It's amazing how embarrassed someone can still manage to look without even facial expressions. I almost imagine his keys are blushing, though I know that's silly and impossible. Pink keys, though. Aww. That's so cute. But yeah, it is a busy semester. I barely have the energy to enjoy any of my own hobbies by the time I'm done with classes and homework. Tell me about it. Not to mention I have to ride my bike to and from school, so it's pretty exhausting even if the school's fairly close. You ride bike? Then, by my tongue realizing that a relatively nosy question was about to slip out. You're wondering why we have cars, huh? Sorry, I didn't mean to ask something so invasive. And here I thought I caught myself in time, but he's too damn smart. It's not invasive, silly. They're my parents. And they both use them to drive to work all the time, so they don't really have time to give me a ride. Seems kinda harsh that they can't take any time to carpool their own kid. But then again, my parents never did that for me either. At least my legs are stronger as a result. Truth. Plus, I don't have a license yet, so if there were any car available to me, I couldn't drive it myself. I haven't tried for it yet. I'm scared to drive. What about the bus? I haven't taken it myself yet, but my friend Ladies told me that the bus system in this town is pretty reliable. Surely that'd be easier than riding a bike. Oh, you're living with Lady, huh? Yeah. The buses are nice and all, but getting some exercise isn't so bad. You're used to it. I mean, yeah, that's true. Not even a minute ago, he seemed to be complaining about biking, but now he's contradicting that. I get the feeling he's not fond of buses. Too crowded, maybe? Shit. Okay. There's a lull in the conversation, but we will finish the lull in the conversation later because I'm completely out of time for this episode. It went on way too long. I was trying to go for a little bit of a less longer episode, but whatever, it's just me. So, thank you guys very, very much for watching. If you want, please click on the icon down below me in order to subscribe to the channel so you can get these and other awesome gameplays that I'm doing right now delivered straight to your doorstep, as well as the videos off to the side somewhere. I don't know where the hell they're going to be. You know more than me about that. So I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.